Now, so today, as the restrictions on lockdown continue to be eased, I've been asking you about the things you've achieved in the last 8 weeks. I spotted my next guest, Richard Shelley, when he posted his achievement on Twitter at the weekend. Richard heard an interview on BBC Radio Solent which inspired him to get moving, and he joins me on the line now. Hello, Richard.
Hi, Sam. Good afternoon.
Lovely to have you on the show. I am full of admiration for what you've done. Explain to the listeners what you did over the last 8 weeks.
Well, I took on the Couch to 5K challenge. 2 reasons. One, the wife suggested I needed a challenge when lockdown started. And secondly, I heard the interview with Nigel Atkins on Solent Sports, where he indicated you need to be motivated, take on a fresh challenge. I put the two together, having never run in my life. I thought I'd give it a go.
Well, you've done extremely well. I have to say, Richard, I have downloaded that app in the past, the Couch to 5K, and I kind of keep putting it off. You'd never run before. How did it feel, those first few outings?
First 2 or 3 weeks, it was quite a physical challenge, and probably believing you could actually do it yourself, the confidence that you could run for, week 1, 60 seconds, while then a brisk walk for 90 and recovering each time. But almost about week 3 or 4, it became more of a mental challenge, just to keep going for the longer periods of running. So it was more the mental attitude halfway through than the physical challenge.
And what about staying motivated? Because, sometimes you think, yes, this is it. I can go out and I'm prepared to run and I put my shorts on and it all feels fabulous. And then there are other days where you think, I might just watch Loose Women.
Yeah, so there was a couple of times where I felt I really didn't want to do it after work that particular evening. But I think where I was posting videos on Twitter and to my friends on Facebook, that was the motivation, because I just was aware that, particularly, on Twitter and Facebook, they were waiting for my updates. And some people on Twitter always said by then that I'd motivated them to start the challenge. So I was probably letting them down if I didn't pursue it myself.
Okay, so you're being held to account by social media. That sounds brilliant.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons from the first day I posted the video. I just felt that would then give me a bit of extra motivation to get out there on the... Probably only a couple of days I didn't really want to get out there. One when it was raining, and just a bad day at work. But yeah, so I got out there and carried on with it just for that social media support that I've been getting.
So, Richard, just to tell us what it was about that interview with Nigel Atkins that Adam Blackmore played out that struck a chord, because we listen to stuff, I listen to advice all the time and I think, oh yeah, that's good, but I never follow it.
For me, it was just having that motivation. And when you mentioned the words to be inspired to go and do something that would take you out of your comfort zone. As I say, I've never run before, apart from the odd attempt at the gym for 4 or 5 minutes on a treadmill. So it was just something that would take me right out of my comfort zone in a sporting challenge.
And had your life changed? Have you, been in lockdown? You haven't been working?
So yeah, I've been working every day. So I've been lucky enough to work from home.
Fitting this in?
But that's been a big thing for me. Where I'm now working from home, I can get up in the mornings, I have a bit of a routine. And then I'm finishing by about 5:30, go out and do my run. I was only doing it around the communal garden in the flats we live because of the lockdown stuff. So yeah, it's actually been a real positive for me. I've got a much better work-life balance now.
And has it made a difference to your well-being? Has your fitness definitely improved? Have you noticed that?
Oh, most definitely. So, for instance, I think on week 1, where I was running for 60 seconds and then you brisk walk for 90 for about 6 or 7 intervals, my heart rate would be, 150, 160 during that period. I did the 30 minutes, the first run of 30 minutes, it was around the 145 mark.
Wow.
And even when I finished my 5K, which did take me about 40 minutes on Saturday morning, it was never more than about 150. So there's just a general indication of how much my fitness levels have improved in the last 9 weeks.
Well, you say 40 minutes would take me about a fortnight. And the question is, Richard, are you going to keep it up?
Yes, because the second part of the challenge I set myself was to run the first park run back on Southampton Common when they restart. And again, what's been nice, 3 or 4 of the people that have been following me on Twitter and taken up the challenge, we've sort of agreed to try and meet up on that first park run back on the Common when it opens.
What a great idea.
So, yeah, it's been really positive, the whole experience.
Well, we are so pleased for you. It's a huge achievement. I'm jealous as anything, and it's really inspired me. I'm gonna get that app again, the one I deleted from my phone, Couch to 5K, because I can't bear to, listen to your story, see how well you've done, and not rise to the challenge myself. Richard, thank you for taking time out of your day to join us here on BBC Radio Solent. It's lovely to speak to you. That was Richard Shelley. His achievement over the past 8 weeks, Couch to 5K. Well done him.